October 13th, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time-ish, and on the weekends at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit different format. And then Joe Madden and I have been going live around 3:30, closer to 4 p.m. Eastern Time every single day. We have a variety of different shows, and today is our office pool show. We'll be announcing our Week 5 winner, as well as kicking off Week 6, which is our first week of bye-week games, which makes it a little bit tougher if you're in one of those pools where you have to just select a limited amount of games, but probably makes it easier for the office pool. So that's the way that goes. Yeah, these light sports days, I'm just not used to it. I've been going full tilt for about over a year now with the COVID, the way that they did, the games and the seasons and everything. This is the first, time since that COVID stoppage that seasons are kind of starting at their right time, right? Everything was kind of pushed together, and, seasons were just ending. It feels like hockey just ended, right? And NBA just ended, and they're getting started again.
Yeah.
But it's like this was the first real pause that we've had where there's only been like a game, here and there. And it's nice. I went outside yesterday, I went to the farmer's market. And there's some people, this woman, she has this black lab puppy, and I'm like, oh, we got Sam. And they're like, oh, this is Brooklyn. And Brooklyn's so smart, and, and all this stuff. Everyone thinks their dog is so smart. It's like, oh, yeah, well, here's a video of my dog eating a cookie. Okay, how's that sound? it's like my dog, maybe junior college on a good day, Not the smartest dog in the world, but he's a good dog though. Makes up for it in other areas. He's cute, sweet, so we'll take it.
My dog is extremely smart, but loves to play dumb. So we have a struggle with that. He knows that when we're walking crosswalks, if he sits and I'm trying to go straight, that the cars will stop. And so then I have to cross the road because I look like the idiot led by her dog. So he sits, all the cars stop, and I guess we're crossing.
My one, Benny plays. He really plays dumb. He pretends like he's got the beaten syndrome when he's out and about, and people are like, oh, and you're like, hey, you can't do that type thing. Well, he lies down and pretends like he's getting beaten. I'm a beaten dog, and he lies down. And he just hams it right up to him. It's like, really? Come on, Benny, you're a spoiled, rotten dog. Come on, man. You're just playing it up. He definitely loves to play it up. His favorite thing to do is dive bomb people. Because people, they get that sense of like, oh, that's a big dog, right? And as soon as he gets that sense that you have that little bit of fear of him, he's like, yeah, he puts his back fur up and he runs right at you. But he doesn't go at you. Like, he veers off the last second. He gets that tearing look in people's faces, and then he's like, and he goes, it's like, hey, you got to stop that, buddy.
Yeah, Sam is pretty, I don't know. He's a suck up. He's just a major suck up. It's like he'll run up to somebody, but then he'll just lay down, roll over on his back, and immediately he point. This is where the belly is. Start rubbing, big guy. It's like, nice comments, lady. Now start rubbing my belly.
Nice. Puts him to work right away. There you go. Get in there.
That's what he does. It's his move. It's like people say, "Oh, he's so
Nice.
cute. How
He's
old
got
is
game.
he?" Anyways, all we got is hockey today. We got NBA preseason basketball. My Kraken bet sat there in my account and then lost, and then my Penguins bet at least covered that and then some. It was actually they were actually the bigger dog. I love betting against Tampa Bay Lightning. Can suck it.
Yeah, great call on that, Mitch. So I know all of us were with you on that one, like you said.
Yep, everyone was with us. It was teamwork makes the dream work.
We were all against you.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Well, Carson
I
Wentz,
really did not see him coming out and getting it done with Sidney Crosby gone.
We all agree that Carson Wentz sucks, though.
No, he doesn't suck. It was a day of up and down emotions for me yesterday, as far as sports go.
I slept right through most of it.
Where was
Started
the
off the
up
day.
emotions?
Started off the day with the Chicago White Sox with a gutless performance. Lost that game as a premium. Then I had Tampa Bay Lightning decide to pull goaltender at 6 minutes to go.
Well, they were going to
Lost that
lose.
game.
They had lost that game. They were dead in the water.
I'm just for the under.
Even when it was 0-0 in the first period, Pittsburgh dominated. I mean, they dominated from start to finish.
But
It was
normally
men
when you go
against
into the
boys.
third,
It was
when
a
you go into
layup.
the third period and you have 4 goals to give, you're usually all right. But
You can
it
get
didn't happen.
my monthly's $329.99, Brian. So you get the Mitchie Pucks
And-
picks in there.
But I did finish it out with a win with ULL as they absolutely steamrolled App State. So 1 and 2 isn't a bragging day for me, but it could have been worse.
Slept through the entire thing. Missed most of them. Anyways. Happens. How's everyone else doing today?
Well, it's Wednesday. Never a bad day on Wednesday.
Never a
Happy
bad
Hump Day,
so
everyone listening.
We're now on the Audacy Podcast Network. I don't even know how to pronounce it correctly. Odyssey. Audacy. Audacy. We're on that podcast network now. Pick this up.
Huge baseball game tomorrow. Giants and
Screwed up.
Dodgers.
They trusted us.
Brewers choke again.
I almost I thought the Giants Dodgers was today, and I was putting my pick in for the Giants. And I was like, shit, that's not till tomorrow. So I think I'm going to be on the Giants. I'm going to try to put the final whammy on them, and I'm going to go big, and we'll see what happens. I'm taking like 1,000 Giants tomorrow.
I like the Giants over the Dodgers. I hope they do it.
That way I win, and if I win, I win. If I lose, I still win.
I haven't even looked. I have my future bet still on the Giants, so still alive.
It should be a pitcher stool, but
I should bet the Dodgers.
I
I mean, I
don't know.
have 100 to 1 on the Giants, so it's
that would be. Yeah.
it's win the World Series, so I have pretty much hedged on the other side. $100 pays 10,000. So I got a little bit of wiggle room.
I wonder what the prop bet will be to go to extra innings tomorrow, because I could see an extra inning game. High drama.
Oh, for sure. These games have to be high drama. The MLB also has to keep their fan base alive, right? Because we look at the fan base for MLB and it's getting older and older. We're not getting the younger fans interested in MLB anymore. So I think we're going to see a high drama one.
Yeah, the younger fans are not interested in MLB because everyone hates baseball players. That's really part of the problem. So they have no.
I don't know, but
Yes,
I think it's just a boring
I
game.
know about it. They do, because like I work in a business where we face the public every day. And they let us know by their actions, what they think about each particular sport, and judging by that, the only time baseball has any kind of popularity is when it's played during the day in the middle of the week. Other than that, people would prefer to watch anything over it, anything at all.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
saw
slower
it is
paced.
the oldest fan base is the MLB. And there is concerns that, it won't be around in 10 years because the fan base won't be there.
Well, they have fundamental issues here. What you have is a non-salary cap sport. And in a non-salary cap sport, you look at the teams that advance, in the playoffs every single year. And they're the 10 largest TV markets. It's the way that it works every single year. Once in a while, there'll be a Tampa Bay in there. Once in a while, there'll be another team like that. But every single year, it's the top TV markets every single year. It's played, Yankees, Dodgers. It's like yuck. Giants, same thing, The Giants, for some reason get seen as, a small market. They're the 4th largest market in the world. It's like they're not like, some kind of like, poverty team, Chicago White Sox, seen as like, the second team in their city. Yeah, it's the third largest TV market in the country. It's not a surprise that these are the teams that are there. They might not be signing Bryce Harper, like the idiot Phillies do, but it's like they're out paying big bucks on everybody else across the board. They're overpaying, on a regular basis. The Boston Red Sox, they're still paying David Price. They can afford to take chances like that. They're paying $15 million to a guy who's not even on the team. It's like you can do those things when you're in the big TV markets. And, year after year after year, who's going to win the Atlanta versus Milwaukee series? Well, Atlanta's a bigger TV market. They're probably going to win. I mean, this is how you do baseball, right? It's like you have the Dodgers and the Giants, the number 2 versus number 4 TV markets in the country. You have the Braves are up there, top 10. Then on the other side, Boston. And then Houston is fairly large as well. I think number 7. But you don't see Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Minnesota. Right? It's not a coincidence. It's not like just that those teams are good every year. It's not none of those things. It's because there's no salary cap, so those teams have a lot more money to work with. And it's unfair. It's an unfair advantage. And it creates a competitive imbalance. And the competitive imbalance makes it a lousy sport. When you look at the NFL, who has the cap, right? Carolina Panthers go to the Super Bowl every once in a while. It happens. The New Orleans Saints. Happens. Right? Indianapolis Colts won the Super Bowl.
Vegas Knights. The first year in, they make it to the Stanley Cup final.
Vegas is actually probably one of the more faster growing TV markets, is my guess. It's probably up there.
But it also costs more to go to a baseball game. It's an average. You're looking at a couple $100 to take your family to the baseball game. It's not cheap anymore. And especially if they want on a double header, they want to charge you twice. Yeah. That's not cool.
But if you compare baseball to the price of NBA basketball tickets or hockey tickets, I mean, it's cheaper to go to a baseball game.
There's 162 games.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, if you go to every game. But if you select one sport to go take your son to, a baseball game's cheaper than going to hockey or NBA. NBA tickets are like $300 a piece almost to get a good.
But what is your kid more excited to go see?
NBA.
Right.
All right. Well, here's the top 10 TV markets in the U.S. and you tell me how these teams did this year in the Major League Baseball playoffs. New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, Dallas, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Houston, Boston, Atlanta. You see any of these teams in the playoffs or win the World Series in recent years? How about all of them?
All of them.
Every World Series winner comes from this group of cities. Number 12 is Tampa. 11 is Phoenix. I mean, that's where it starts to happen, So Vegas is probably further down this list. Cincinnati 37, Milwaukee 35, Kansas City 32, San Diego 29, Baltimore 26, Pittsburgh 24. St. Louis, the aberration on the list, 23. They're just a really good organization. Charlotte, Denver, Cleveland, Orlando. But as you start to move up, as you start to move in the other direction, Las Vegas, 39th. Oklahoma City, 43. Memphis, Buffalo. So you just don't see Honolulu, 66th. It's no coincidence in baseball because there's no salary cap.
You got to have a salary cap.
It's not an even ground.
The Players Association will never let that happen.
Well, the fans have to make it happen, is the way that it works. The fans call the shots, and when the fans take back the game, because they won't be able to afford to pay these players, the teams will go belly up.
Go belly up, yeah.
That's what happens. They go belly up. You haven't seen it in a while, but teams used to go belly up. In hockey especially, they go belly up.
Oh, hockey, yeah.
The Atlanta Thrashers.
Oh, yeah.
Atlanta Thrashers, The Miami Breakers, they never even made it to the ice. Belly up. They had the California Seals. Belly up. I think even the Minnesota
Hartford,
Roosters, right?
Hartford Whalers. They went belly up in Hartford.
See? Hockey teams.
I miss the Whaler. I miss the Whalers.
Dun, 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 dun,
Right?
dun, 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 dun. Anyways. Yeah, that's the I mean, that is the problem with baseball. It is. It is the problem. Anyways.
It is. I hope they change it around. I love going to a ball game, singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
But
Yeah,
so
that's my
David
favorite
Sand is
sport.
saying why a team like the Marlins will never win a championship, but actually the Marlins have won the championship twice more recently than the Mets have.
And the Mets, right?
Yeah,
that's
and the
true.
Dodgers,
Definitely.
I believe, too. I think the Dodgers have one in there, since the Marlins have won two. If you have a really good organization and a really good management, then you can do like a Tampa Bay Rays, Oakland A's thing. You have a really, really good management. It takes, and St. Louis Cardinals, it really takes something like that to get it done. And the Marlins have had that in the past. They did the first time they did it with free agents. They just went out and they said, you know what, we're just going to go all in 1 year. We're going to sign these guys to 1 year deals. That's all we can afford. We'll get all the big names that we could possibly get for our 1 year, and we'll just go all in on it. And they did, and they won the World Series. And then the next year, they got rid of everybody. And they took those guys, and they traded them and raided everybody's farm system. And then a few years later, won the World Series again with the guys they traded those guys for.
Wow.
Yeah, Josh Beckett. They had a pitching staff that was like the Montreal Expos pitching staff.
Dontrell Willis.
Dontrell Willis, AJ Burnett. They had other guys that were like other big namers too on that Marlins pitching staff. The whole team. They had Miguel Cabrera. They had a lot of guys.
Has there been any more talks of Vegas getting a ball team?
It's the A's, right?
They are for sure.
Oh, not for sure.
No, but they're talking about it. They want a ball team.
Yeah.
Whether they get one.
I just
reason
wonder
why
if
MLB is
the
also declining is because MLB they don't promote their stars as much as they do in the NBA. If you look at NBA players, also they go on Twitter and they talk to fans and they do that kind of thing. They do a little more promotion. Younger generations are all on a piece of electronic device, and if you're an MLB player, it's not like the old days where you were signing balls and gloves and doing that for kids. If you're charging kids on spring training now to come watch a spring training grapefruit game, come on, you want the kids and the younger generation growing up to be happy and excited to watch you guys play, and if you don't do that, well, then you're not. That's why the demographic of baseball, if you look, it says it's like 70% male, 88% old male guy.
Oh, absolutely. That's the exact.
I love baseball. It's my demo. That's me.
So the Marlins
Well, what do you
team.
guys-
The Marlins team had Derek Lee, Mike Lowell, Alex Gonzalez, Luis Castillo. They had Miggy, Jeff Conine, Juan Pierre, all guys that they got trading those other guys. They got Josh Beckett, Carl Pavano, AJ Burnett, Dontrell Willis. They were pretty loaded in hindsight. Anyways.
So, do you guys think Vegas will get a basketball team before a baseball team? That's where I'm thinking. Basketball first.
Who could they get?
I don't know.
I think
But they have the facilities there to have a basketball team. With baseball, they don't have the facilities, and I don't think the community will support the city spending the money again on a baseball team.
I think their chances of getting a baseball team are better than getting an NBA team.
I could see it though.
Who's leaving? Are they going to have an expansion draft?
I could see them having an expansion draft for sure.
For basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
I could see it happening.
No way.
I think they get a
No?
baseball.
No
before.
way. Those players There's no way they're splitting that money with one more percent with anybody.
Team, yeah.
They got to move somebody. And it's probably, let me see, who's a good candidate to move? Because there's no Vancouver or anything. So
no Vancouver can't move that.
Who's a good candidate to move? Oh, let's see, the Pelicans have moved. New Orleans has moved before.
Yeah.
Charlotte has moved before. So
I could see it happening because Vegas is becoming a sports team hub, right? They've got an amazing, is it lacrosse or ringette team that's just expanded there?
Here's who they'll screw. Portland.
Portland?
Right. Portland.
I could see it.
I could see it.
That. Yeah.
It's always a city like that.
Yeah.
Like loyal, diehard fans,
Yeah.
Rich history. It's like, let's just gut these people over $35 extra per ticket. That's what they do.
It'll be
We sell
interesting
popcorn
to see what
for
happens.
$1.25 here. We could sell it for $1 here. Let's move the freaking team.
Popcorn's like $15 a bag in those stadiums.
Yeah, $100 in Vegas.
Is
It's
it?
expensive for a bag of popcorn.
I don't know. I'm just assuming. It'd be a great place for a basketball team, though. I hope they do. See what happens.
Snacks at any sporting event are always through the roof. It's like, holy man, talk about markup.
Sacramento and OKC. I would say Portland is up there. I don't know.
Nah, I think they'd move the Kings before the Blazers, but
Well, it's not the league that moves the team. It's the owners that decide to take the offer. So it's a matter of, like I said, where they can get $1 more for a parking spot, or if they're going to give them a piece of the parking concession at all. See, that's all the factor. That's the bigger factor. They don't care. The ticket price is one thing, but it's like that chicken nugget, that $19 chicken nugget.
Right.
well, it depends what their attendance is.
Off of every order of fries that goes out for the
Anyways, we got games today. Let's see what we got on the card.
This is one of the toughest cards of the year for me.
I have no picks today. It's I straight roof loaded. I know Big Al McMorty also straight roof loaded. So if you have his weekly or monthly package, a lot of people do. Email me, Mitch at PickDawgz.com, and I'll extend you out a day. He asked me to do that because he's taking a straight roof low on this thing.
Tough card today.
Well, it's for me. It's bettable, but it's not like I can't give out a premium pick on teams that haven't played a game. I need data for the Mitchie Pucks picks. Otherwise, I just take all the dogs.
Well, yesterday you said take the dogs, and
Right.
you were profitable.
I say it every day.
I think, yeah.
I mean, I do that, but
Listen.
when I have the data to work with, then it's a lot easier. I mean, we were able to pick those things apart, in the late season, just looking at the numbers. I watched some of those games last night. I still couldn't tell you the name of one player on either team.
Could you follow the puck, though? There's a question.
Not one bit. I was half asleep on the couch. And then I got up and made dinner, and then I went back to sleep. I was watching the Muhammad Ali documentary.
Oh,
It was
nice.
on PBS.
I like it.
Got the Maple Leafs against the Canadiens. This one's easy. Montreal all day long. Plus whatever. Then you got
I think the Toronto. I'll be quiet.
Capitals against the Rangers. It's easy too. You got the Ducks against the Jets. All right, who do you like in those three, Brian?
Oh, geez, you're really skipping around here. Montreal and Toronto, I'm going to take unders the 6 goals. Montreal has had trouble in net closing out the preseason. But I think we see Campbell on Toronto standing on his head. I think we see good goaltending. I think Montreal set the pace in this game. So I think it goes under 6. I'm a little bit soured on NHL totals after last night, but I think this is a lower scoring game.
It was the total's fault, not yours.
I hate totals.
Rod, how about you? What do you think of these three?
For me, in these three, I like the over in the Leafs and Montreal game. They tend to play to the over with lots of goals. Last season opener, because these teams always play season opener. Toronto, Montreal, it was 5-4 was the final. And then the line opened at 5.5. It's up to 6 for good reason. Give me the over in Montreal and Toronto. You can see a whole pile of goals in that one. And the other one, I like the under in the Rangers in Washington. I think you got a lower scoring, hard hitting. No Ovechkin playing, no Backstrom in there for Washington. I think goals a little harder to come by in that one. Give me the under in that one.
Joe?
Yeah, I'm loving the team total over for the Toronto Maple Leafs. We see for the Montreal Canadiens, Carey Price is on an absence right now. We have Jake Allen in for the Montreal Canadiens. I think it's going to take him a little time to be able to gel with his team. So give me the Toronto Maple Leafs to add up those points. This 5.5, I would be leaning on that over as well, like Rod, but I love the team total more.
I'm going to take Montreal all day, twice on Wednesdays. This is the easiest play on the board.
Is the total down to 5.5 now? I thought it was 6.
I couldn't even tell you what player.
6.
One player on one team.
I'm still seeing
So
that.
here you have
My
a team.
book has 5.5, so
Here you
it's
have one
moving,
team.
guys.
Here you have one team that's like always seems to be the underdog and always has their backs to the wall and always comes through. And you have another team that's always overblown and always chokes. So what better place to choke in front of your home crowd than the home opener? I mean, I think the Leafs fans going in got to be expecting a loss going into this thing. You know, they got to expect to leave disappointed because they're just so used to it. Yeah, I could see the coach being fired in Toronto by the 6th game of the season, and this is what they do there. I don't even follow hockey, and I know that.
You know what baseball team is similar to the Toronto Maple Leafs? The Chicago Cubs.
The Mets. The Mets.
I think the Cubs.
The Mets.
Mets.
The Mets.
Not Mets.
No, it's the Mets. It's not the Cubs because the Maple Leafs actually have good players. I couldn't tell you one of them, but I know they
The
at least
Cubs
have
had good, not this year, but the Cubs have good players. Not this year.
Not like, yeah, but the Cubs are the lovable losers. The Mets are like the high-spending, big city. Like Toronto is kind of like the jewel of the NHL, right? It's kind of like that's the team. If Canada could pick their team, that is the thing. Toronto is the most popular, biggest city, right? So it's like that's the one you want, like New York from the Mets, right? Same thing. It's like, and then what do? They underachieve, fall flat on their face, lose the winnable games time after time after time, and then they fire the manager. It's like it's the same crap, man. It's like this is what they do.
Because the Leafs
So-
come
And then
this way, and there's
the
more
worst,
people
and
in
then
the
the
stands,
worst
more
thing,
Leaf fans in the
then the
stands.
worst thing that could possibly happen happens to them. They fire the manager, they bring in the new guy, then they win a couple of games, which is the worst thing that can happen. And now they're stuck to this guy. Because
So, Mitch, I have a player for you so you can remember his name from the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's easy. It's Mitch Marner. He's one of their top scorers.
I've already
Got
forgotten.
same first name as you.
I've already forgotten.
Yeah,
you
but
mention-
Price is out tonight, and this is my concern with the Montreal Canadiens. They could come out and win this.
That's what
I
you
just
said
like
last
Toronto's
night about
ability
my
to get
Penguins.
those scores.
That's what you guys
Yeah,
were
look at last
awful
night.
about my
They were
Penguins.
down a bunch of guys.
Yeah. They don't
Yeah,
care.
but Carey Price is a difference maker in that goal.
Maybe the
I
guy
don't
that
care what
comes up,
anyone
maybe he
says.
becomes the difference maker. Maybe this was the up and comer, that nobody saw. Maybe this guy sees it.
Jake
Like,
Allen?
a lot of these NHL guys, especially the NHL, this is their chance. Your only chance that you have is when your number gets called, right? So it's like, are you going to be, Lou Gehrig, or are you going to be Wally Pipp? It's like you got to make your call here. It's like, maybe this is the next Lou Gehrig. You never know.
Jake Allen's played 8 seasons in the NHL, and every season in the NHL, he's finished with a goals against average of less than 3. He's always in the 2 range. Last season, he played 29 games for Montreal, and he went 11-12 with a 2.68 goals
What team is he on?
against average.
I got no idea.
Canadians.
Oh.
Montreal.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
Montreal's goalie. Before that, he played with the Blues. He was the backup for the Blues for a long time.
These teams
6
played in the
seasons, I
playoffs
think.
last year, and it
7
was all Montreal. They smoked them.
Oh yeah, Montreal was incredible last
They
year.
smoked them. That was my pick to win the Stanley Cup last year.
The Leafs choked it
It was
away. They were up
Montreal.
3-1, and they choked it away and lost the last three.
I
It was
said
like,
about
Jesus,
Montreal
here we
last
go
year.
again.
I said Montreal last year. I'm like, you let these guys in the door. I don't even have to know about hockey. I know this is that team. You let them in the door to the party. Oh man, you made a big mistake.
And has anyone heard how long Carey Price is on leave for?
Where's he at?
He's
Yeah,
he's joined the NHLP Players Association Players Assistance Program.
Sounds
So
like
I
an
don't-
extended Vegas road swing to me.
Yeah. Well, he had knee surgery, right, Rod?
He had knee surgery, and he was going to come back from that, but mentally, it's his position on Montreal as the only guy for the longest time mentally drained him, and so he's checked out mentally.
I know how.
So
it
that's
feels.
why
I've
that's
been there.
his assistant. He needs some help mentally in that end of the situation. So
People say it
good,
about me.
good on him for actually sticking out and actually getting the help. So I don't fault him for doing what he did. It's a lot of people do because they're like, oh, whatever. It's like he's taking
Whose
care of
voice is
himself
that?
for once.
Everyone else's.
Everyone else.
Did you say Jets and Ducks? Did
No,
I
I
miss
only
that?
said the first three.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Did he? I really like the Ducks
think
here
that was-
tonight. I
You
think
had
it might
your
be the
turn.
best. I know, but I missed that one because you kind of went out of order. You went to 10 p.m. You kind of skipped around there. But I guess there are 3 10 p.m. games. Anyway, I like the Anaheim Ducks tonight. I think that might be the best, one of the better dog plays out there. I think Anaheim's got a tough schedule. I think their first three games, this is their only winnable one, I think, out of the next couple games. So I think the Ducks win this one.
You're right. I do like Montreal tonight. I'm with you on that.
Well, you could do Ducks and Montreal, but
Let's see what's going on with the Ducks. Crunch some numbers here.
They were one of the worst teams last year in the season.
now they're my team. Then I like them
Super
better.
young team
Yeah,
in this one.
Yeah, the
They
Jets
need
are-
to they
the
need to
Jets
step up this
stink, too.
season.
This is the Jets' first road
Oh,
game in
yeah.
how long?
I'm a Calgary Flames fan. We do not like the Jets. That's for sure. Or the Oilers.
The Jets
By the
only
way, Rod,
beat
I
the
don't like
Ducks.
the Oilers. Did I tell you that?
The Jets only beat the Ducks. That's the only team they can beat. This is a stinker. I like Montreal in this one.
The Ducks are 5-23 their last 28 home games as an underdog.
Tonight's the night.
Yeah, that line moved like 25 cents though.
Who cares? Who cares?
It's a line mover. I don't
No
know. I
one
like
cares.
the Ducks. I like the Ducks.
I love the Jets goalie, Connor Hellebuck. Yeah.
Hell of a buck.
There's Joe spurting out hockey
Hellebuck.
names on us.
Oh, I love goalies.
She's such a show off. Showing off.
Hellebuck
Hockey
is
names.
my bet to win the Vezina this year.
I could see it, Rod. Absolutely. Great bet.
My dog eats soap. How about
Okay, my dog doesn't. You win.
Does he eat soap and then blow bubbles? Does he like blow, 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 and blow the bubbles?
All right.
As he's surfing, he's got some soap and he's like blowing bubbles. He's like, look
It
at
was
me.
when he
go.
was a puppy. It was when he was a puppy. He ate soap.
Hmm.
You didn't know.
No, I just,
He didn't
what
know
do you mean that's
better.
not food?
Now he knows
It smells
better.
like food.
He's pathetic. You guys selling anything today? Brian, you got any picks for sale?
Yeah, I got one hockey play. I found it's my Wednesday executive dog play. I believe it's the best dog on the board in the NHL. Pick that up at PickDawgz.com, premium picks, or tune into the VIP premium show. I'll be giving it out on there.
Is it the Montreal Canadiens?
I actually have 2 to give out on there, and it possibly could be, but I can't confirm anything.
'Cause they're the best dog on the board. Rod,
And for me, I've got one play as well. It's my 10-star NHL cross-check the books. About my first 10-star bet in the NHL this season. And I'm so confident that I'm giving it to everybody. $15 guaranteed. jump aboard, grab my 10-star.
What do you think
NHL
Rod's
cross
pick is,
checkable.
Joe?
Let's see. Oh God, are you betting the Oilers?
I'm gonna guess. I have no idea either. I got no idea.
Oilers on the
I
puck
think
line.
I know what it is.
Okay. No, I have no clue.
I could narrow it down to two.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. We'll think about it.
No, I'm not going to
We'll come back to you on that.
You know what assuming does.
No, I don't. But that's besides.
I don't want to make an ass out of myself and assume.
That would never happen.
I never assume. It's no fun.
What do you think of these 3 games, Joe? Oh, we did your. Oh, what are you selling? You have hockey picks for sale?
Yeah, I've actually got 3 picks tonight. I'm loving 2 totals and 1 team winner. We're going to get this tonight.
Lady Puck in action.
I was watching previous games the last couple of weeks in hockey. I've been been looking at these matchups. So I'm excited.
All right, we've got the Chicago. I have no picks tonight for sale, so don't buy any of my stuff. If you have a week or something of mine, let me know. I'll extend it out an extra day. I got no picks, but I do like Montreal. That's the Mitchie Pucks pick. I also have might have another one. Got Blackhawks against the Avalanche and the Oilers against the Canucks. What are you going for this Halloween, Brian?
I actually bought my Halloween costume to wear on the podcast, so I guess I should make it a surprise. But I do have a costume to wear, so I'll surprise everybody. I think it falls on a Sunday.
Well, that's going to be fun. I can't wait for the surprise.
I'm going to be one of these.
It's going to be awesome. I'm
going to be one of the women on our competitor sites. I'm just going to throw in a crap ton of makeup. Like I'm bobbing for apples and pancake face cover or something. Like red lipstick that's just way too bright. Just basically a clown mask. Joe, what's the deal with all the women, like the way too much makeup on these things? Like, I mean, way too much. What's the deal? Because you don't wear a ton of makeup, right? You don't wear a ton. So it's like, we can talk. We can talk. But it's like, what's the deal? It's like way too much. I mean, does someone say that this looks good? I mean, does anyone think it looks, do people think that looks good?
I think a lot of them look very beautiful.
You don't think it's like the clown show, like the circus is down or anything? Because that's what all the guys are thinking. At least the perceptive ones are the ones with any taste.
I like less makeup. But
it's like, man, that woman wears a lot of makeup. It's like, wow. I guess because here,
I think there's also major self-confidence issues for women out there, and makeup's a way of helping us feel better about ourselves. So if that's what they want to do, put on that much makeup, I think they look gorgeous.
Should I get a hairpiece? You think that would
that would make you more confident? 100%, Mitch.
I don't think it would.
I would get a hairpiece if it looked good.
You have.
They never look good.
It never looks good.
Not getting a hairpiece.
You got headpiece.
I was thinking about having an operation to have the hair sewn on or something.
I've seen that. Yeah, that looks very, very painful.
If you let it grow long enough in the back, for like a year, then I think I could flip it over and then you can have.
You could flip it forward like that. I've considered hair extensions.
I think it's like it could be where I live, because like here, like women, they just don't wear that like white pancake makeup. You know, they just don't.
That's because it's too hot.
You think that's what it is?
Melt off.
Or do you think they look like
melt off?
Or do you think it's hot? I think it's a little bit.
I think it's just for confidence issues. I really do. I think women get so picked apart.
You think so?
More so than guys, yeah.
You don't
really
think it's poor lighting in the bathroom?
I was told I had the worst eyebrows on Instagram, and like this guy just went off on it. And it was really hard. I considered having my eyebrows done and everything. It's really hard. People pick you apart for everything online.
It's been a while since I've had
Let's
mine
take a look at
waxed.
these
I have
brows. Let's take a look.
Are they like terrible? I don't know. He said they were thin and
mine are like caterpillars.
they were thin and awful, and I couldn't imagine waking up to your eyebrows every morning. And I went, like, I didn't even know who this was. He just decided to have a go at me.
Well, that's weird. I think
Yeah.
I think they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you see women going through so much of this that you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. They call you a clown face.
The guys get it too. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm, you
true.
know, I mean, you think it's easy being the eye candy piece of this programming? You know,
Old and
I
crappy.
don't, Mitch. I couldn't imagine the messages the women are sending you.
it's no day at the beach. I'll tell you that much.
Actually, you know what? That is one thing I think our society needs to change is how women treat men, especially like at the bars and the bouncers at the doors. You know, women are just as big a pigs as guys are. And it's not really frowned upon in our society for women to do that. They shouldn't do that.
All right. Joe Madden
Which
making a statement
public
there.
bathroom is the worst to enter? Women's, by far. It's crazy. It is. It's not even close. It's like, whoa, what happened in here?
Yeah, I used to clean bathrooms in my young days. So.
Yeah, and it's like, whoa, what happened in here? Seriously. Wow.
Yep.
It's like, oh.
The urinals are no fun either.
It's like, wow, okay. No, those are not. Wow, yeah, that's not good either. No.
I think that for me, it's like I think the women that cake on the makeup, I don't think they need it. The ones that I'm talking about, I don't think they really need it. I just think that they've been given some bad advice.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know, by people that just, I mean, I guess it's all taste and all that other stuff, and some people just have bad taste, right? So it's like, you know, it's all preference, taste. There's something for everyone, right? But it's like, I don't know. It's like if I'm a woman, I'm not taking advice, you know, on looks from a guy that frequents strip clubs, you know, or something, you know. It's like,
What's wrong with that?
Unless that's what you're going for, you know. You know, just
I am a good wingman. I'm a good wingman. For sure I am. I can play that role.
I'm the wingman.
I'm the wingman.
I'm a great wingman.
You are?
Oh yeah.
No.
My friend Eddie that I used to golf with, it's like I haven't seen him in a while. I would still golf with him, but he was like picking up some woman in our foursome that we got paired up with. It's like, he's asking, he's like running it by me, you know. It's like, you know, because he said she referred to her as their fiance, and she said they're friends. You know. What do you think? I don't know, Eddie. I would continue down this road. The funny thing is, I run into that woman all the time now. We end up having like mutual friends. Super nice.
Like
lady.
it.
Super nice lady. She used to own a bunch of restaurants in the LA area. Anyways, Blackhawks Avalanche, Oilers Canucks. Bittler, have some coffee.
Yeah, I think the best favorite on the board is the Edmonton Oilers tonight. It's a ton of juice at minus 180. So, I mean, you have to lay the puck line here. But I think if a home team's going to dominate tonight, it's going to be Edmonton. And I do like the Chicago Blackhawks just for fun. I'm going to put $55 on them, see how they do. I think Colorado will come out a little bit flat at minus 195. I mean, they have been dominant. All the trends would lead you to believe Colorado is going to crush Blackhawks tonight, but I think we see a little Pittsburgh Penguin type upset here with Chicago.
So 5 of the last 7 Edmonton games have gone to overtime. So you wouldn't just take the puck line there with the other team?
No,
That's a lot. That's like
I'm not a
that's
favorite
a
guy.
lot
I'm not a
of
guy that usually backs the favorites. I just have it's just a gut feeling here that Edmonton's going to crush.
But they've been such a fall on their face disappointment. They made all those trades a couple of years ago, and everyone's like, Edmonton. Rod was like, Edmonton, I'm making the pizza.
It's nowhere close to a premium.
And it was like, you know, I don't follow, right? But then it's like, I noticed that we're not hearing about him, right? I don't want to bring it up because we know Rod's got a temper on him, right? So it's like,
I think Edmonton has a good season.
It's okay, Brian. We could be on different sides. It happens.
I took the Blackhawks. I think they're all right. But...
Good story. Rod, who do you like?
For me, I like the under in the Blackhawks and Avs game. No McKinnon for the Avs. He's got COVID. So that's their top guy out. So there goes some scoring punch for the Avs.
Does he have COVID or he tested positive for COVID?
So I like the tested positive for COVID. He's out for this game.
When did that happen?
Yesterday.
Damn it.
Yesterday it was up one.
I missed that. It's my favorite player. Better be okay.
McKinnon in this
He's not
one.
a flame.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Now Joe's made me rethink my whole Halloween bit. Now I got to be Joe D'Amico.
Yeah.
And then you got Fleury in goal for Chicago. He used to play for Vegas, and if you look at his numbers, in every season that he's played, every team he's played for has made the playoffs. So Blackhawks make the playoffs this year.
I tell you, sports fans,
I like
18-time world champion.
Yep. Fleury loves to play in goal, and he's got a little craw on his hat here against the Vegas Knights. He's going to be like, "Come on, you guys got rid of me. You guys are silly for doing it." And this is gonna be one of those years for Fleury that he's stands on his. So, and then the other one, the Oilers. I'm going to take the Oilers as well. Because McDavid finally got his wingman. They stole it. It was Austin Matthews' wing guy. They took Hyman from the Leafs. They're like, you guys don't want him. He's done good for Austin Matthews, passing in the puck, and he's been scoring goals plenty in the regular season. But Hyman's like, I want to win a cup, so he left because he's like, Austin Matthews is a choker in the playoffs.
So is that a general team voice, or is that like the general manager's voice?
General team voice. Right. Disgruntled fan with the
Just
Leafs.
Checking. I don't know these things. I don't know hockey.
So McDavid's all happy. He's got a win, and you got Draisaitl on. He'll be anchoring on a second line. So the Oilers actually have two lines this year. It's not just two guys trying to do it all, do all the heavy lifting. So the Oilers come out and make a statement against Vancouver Canucks. They've dominated them all preseason. They played a few times. So I'm taking the Oilers in this one.
Joe?
Yeah, I'm with Rod on the Oilers. We saw what they did in preseason against this team. They get the win tonight. Now, Rod, Fleury, he's not starting for the Blackhawks, though, tonight, is he? I thought Kevin McKinnon.
I show Fleury.
So far, let me double check.
Okay, because that's what I'm seeing, and that's where I'm kind of leaning more on the Avs to take this one. I don't know much about Kevin McKinnon, and I'd have to look up more information about him. But you guys, look at Fleury when he has to play Vegas and major revenge games when the Blackhawks play Vegas. He was done so dirty by Vegas, he didn't even know he was being traded until they announced it all over the internet. Like, it was really bad what they did to him. And he was an incredible goalie for them. I just still don't understand why they did it like that.
So far, I see unconfirmed.
Okay.
All right.
It's not confirmed who's in net yet.
Okay, because I know they have 3 goalies fighting for
that
spot, correct?
For the backup, yeah.
Yeah.
Fleury gets the spot no matter. He's hands down.
Yeah.
So between Lincoln and the other guy, I can't remember the other guy's name right off.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think it's going to be Lincoln.
Yeah. And I think Lincoln that's what I saw that he's starting tonight. So I don't know where I saw it this morning, but I was shocked by that and was wondering if you knew anything about Fleury. Hoping you'd feed me that information.
Let me see. So far, they have nothing completely confirmed.
Okay.
On either places that I look for goalies, and there's nothing.
Carson Wentz sucks.
Unconfirmed.
Sucks.
Okay. Well, definitely, if it's Fleury starting, major lean on the Blackhawks. That's such great value bet. especially with Nathan McKinnon out for the Colorado Avalanche.
I think Wentz would start on the Dolphins, so.
He sucks. He would start, but he would suck.
See, and my other one, Marc-Andre Fleury is expected to get the start. I think he gets the start. I think it's Fleury versus Colorado. Picked him up from Phoenix.
You think they'd have the
good
goaltenders
goal.
announced by now?
Really don't like.
That's what I got. I got Fleury and Kemper. So I think Fleury starts.
Okay, I hope so. The Blackhawks need to start off the season strong. They're a very big momentum team, in my opinion.
Taves also back. That's huge for
Yeah.
the Blackhawks as well. I know. It's just like, what's that?
There's crickets.
You know Taves. Come on. He was there from the Stanley Cup season. You know Taves. There's one guy you know. You know Jonathan Taves.
It's just brutal. Okay.
Well, I'm excited for hockey tonight.
I'm excited for preseason NBA. Got the Suns and the Blazers. We got Dallas versus Charlotte. The Pacers versus Memphis. And the Magic versus Celtics. Magic's are a fairly small market team that could be headed to Vegas. To pick one.
Yep.
Yeah, that could happen.
Memphis too.
Yeah.
Now they love their Grizzlies. So.
I just like saying Grizzly. Joe, who do you like in this NBA contests? By
You
the
know
way,
what,
I never bet on Edmonton. Never. We've learned that.
Yeah. It's the Oilers.
It's bad.
That's the Oilers.
It's bad. It's really bad.
I hate Battle of Alberta. You guys should be here when that is in Calgary. I don't know. I've never been to one in Edmonton, but man, we have the Edmonton fans coming down. It's bad.
A couple of years ago, they made this trade. They got these young guys. They got this. We're going to be really good. The guy gets injured, walking out of his car to the locker room, for the first day. That was it.
Yep.
That's what you call cursed. They had their
Yeah,
fun.
they got three, and they were like, yeah. And they two of them got hurt right away. It was like, oh, well, so much that. We're back to two guys.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. You like any of these NBA games?
Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm not jumping out of the time zone here. Give me the Dallas Mavericks. I know this is a lot of points at that 7, but I think they get it done against the Charlotte Hornets team. I see this being one they run away with, and run away with it early. Otherwise, no. I'm not the biggest fan of preseason basketball. Basketball drives me crazy when you don't know who is actually going to play, and in the preseason, it's even more so.
All right. Rod, who do you like?
For me, I like the Suns here. I'll lay the points with the Suns. I think they come out and get a nice win here. And the other one I like is I believe in Magic. They're trying to bait you into taking Boston. They're like, ooh, look, Boston. Boston's a public bet team, and they're giving you plus 5.5 points with that. No thanks. Give me the Magic. I'll lay the 5.5. It's actually moving up. I can see it 4.5 in places, 5.5. So it's moving up. Yeah, give me the Magic. Boston's starting nobody. Absolutely nobody, I bet you. All bench guys. Give me Magic in that one.
Brian?
Yeah, I lost my NBA preseason game yesterday, but Orlando Magic really jumped right off the page to me, playing 5.5 now, 5 in some spots, but I think it'll go to 6.5 by tip-off. It's just when you see lines like that against the Boston Celtics, who Rod said they are a highly bet team. To me, they don't want you to take Orlando, so I'm taking them in the preseason here. I'm gonna lay that 5.5.
Seems that when these lines move in the preseason, that the other team is the play. It's been that way almost every single day. We've seen these extreme line moves. It's only one time, I think, have we seen it
The
where
Wolves.
the line move made sense. Normally it's been the other way, so I'll take the Blazers, the Hornets, and the Celtics. Why not? Who do you have, Brian?
Magic easy.
Take
That's
the
the
Celtics.
easiest play.
Double,
Magic are the
double
best play
bet
on
on
the
the
board.
Celtics. Then. There's a dedicated fan watching the replay of the Pens Lightning.
Didn't get enough the first time.
Couldn't get enough.
That last 8 minutes or 6 minutes, that really irritated me.
Got the Detroit Pistons against the Knicks, the Thunder, and the Nuggets, the Chicken Nuggets, and Utah Jazz against the Bucks. Brian, do you like any of these games?
I'm going to lean towards the Utah Jazz at home. Utah's never an easy place for any visitor. I think I saw 2.5 earlier. I see it's at 3. I just think the Jazz are the better home team here. I have a better roster. I think the Jazz can take them out.
And
Rod?
I'll take New York over Detroit. Easy double-digit blowout. Detroit's awful. And I agree. Give me Utah. Give me the Jazz.
Telling you, these line moves, it's gone the other team every single time. Joe?
Yeah, give me the Milwaukee Bucks
I'm
on the
with
money
you.
line here.
Easy money.
Yeah. I think they take this one. I'd lean towards that over 224 as well.
Pistons, Nuggets, and Bucks for me. Or actually, Pistons, Thunder, and Bucks. Pistons, Thunder, and Bucks. So all the dogs. It seems that the line has moved to the favorite in every game. It means that Bittler's playing most of the bets here. Loves those favorites. Favorite.
I think Orlando's a solid play today. It just looks like it.
Just like favorites and overs. Just say it.
How often do the Magic lay like almost 6 against Boston?
In preseason NBA basketball, a week before the regular season started, I don't know because I generally am in that bad a shape.
No,
to bet
this is the first.
I just had to
this is
listen
the
to
first
45
year
minutes
that
of hockey. I'll do anything.
This is the first year I actually got into preseason
I'm
NBA.
ready to hit my head over the head with the microphone. I actually heard a couple names in there. Hockey names. Couldn't tell you what team they're on, but I know that they play. McDavid and Fleury are 2 of them. But we don't even know if Fleury's playing. TBD.
He's expected to play. I think he plays.
Oh, I'm expecting to hit the lottery. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's like...
Do you remember the player's name for Toronto Maple Leafs?
Mitch.
There you go. That's all you have to remember. He's a forward, top scorer.
Mitchy Pucks.
Mitchy Mark.
Mitchy Pucks. All right. Anyone's got a parlay? We got about 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. Rod?
Parlay I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
Parlay Orlando with Orlando tonight. Easy layup there.
Rod?
Take the parlay of the Suns, Magic, Knicks. Parlay those 3 out.
Joe?
Give me the Oilers and the Milwaukee Bucks.
I like the Montreal Canadiens with Montreal Canadiens, the Washington Capitals, and the Avalanche on the puck line. Just throwing it out there. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Let's make it a winning day. And, of course, I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. We're going to do the combo VIP and premium show. I actually have no picks today, so it's going to be a quick one. Let's make it a winning day. See you tomorrow. We'll see it actually at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time for the Office Poll show with Joe and I.